God says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul. This moment has arrived quietly, not to interrupt you, but to support you. You have been moving through something that required more strength than you expected, and even if you didn't speak about it, your heart felt the weight. This message meets you gently, exactly where you are, without asking you to explain or justify anything you've been feeling. You may have been trying to stay composed while your thoughts kept circling the same questions. Questions about direction, about whether things will ease, about whether you are doing enough. Those questions did not appear because you are weak. They appeared because you care deeply and you want your life to move with meaning. Caring deeply can be exhausting, and that exhaustion deserves understanding, not pressure. Take a slow breath and allow yourself to pause here. Pausing does not mean giving up. It means creating space for clarity to enter. When life feels loud, clarity often waits in quiet moments like this one. You do not need to solve everything right now. You are allowed to rest in the awareness that help does not always arrive as answers, sometimes it arrives as reassurance that you are not alone. You may notice that as you stay with these words, your body begins to soften. Shoulders relax. Breathing becomes steadier. This is not imagination. It is your system responding to safety. Safety allows the heart to open without fear. When the heart feels safe, hope can exist without effort. There were days when you kept going even though motivation felt low. Nights when you replayed conversations or decisions, wondering if you could have done something differently. Those moments did not define you. They shaped your awareness. Awareness helps you grow without breaking. You are learning how to move forward without being harsh on yourself. This message is not here to rush your healing or to promise instant change. It is here to walk with you through what you are already carrying. Walking together feels lighter than walking alone. Even quiet companionship changes how the road feels. Support does not need to be loud to be real. As you remain here, notice how a small sense of steadiness begins to form. That steadiness is not dependent on outcomes. It comes from knowing that you are seen, that your effort matters, and that this season is not meaningless. Seasons pass, but growth stays. You were meant to see this today not because something is wrong with you, but because something within you needed gentleness. Gentleness is not weakness. It is wisdom learning how to protect the heart. You are allowed to be gentle with yourself. Stay with this moment. This message is still unfolding, and what comes next will deepen this support, helping you feel calmer, clearer, and more grounded as you continue forward. As this message continues, let the steadiness you felt earlier settle more deeply, like calm water finding its level after movement. Nothing here is asking you to rush ahead or to fix yourself. This moment is about companionship, about being met with understanding exactly where you are. You do not need to explain your tiredness, your questions, or your silence. They are already understood. You have been carrying more than you let on. Even when you appeared composed, there were layers of responsibility, expectation, and quiet concern resting on your heart. Carrying those layers required patience, and patience often goes unnoticed. Yet patience shapes strength in ways that noise never could. It teaches you how to endure without becoming hardened, how to continue without losing tenderness. Stay present and notice how reassurance works gently, not by changing circumstances instantly, but by changing how you hold them. When you feel supported, the same situation feels lighter. Perspective widens. You realize that you are not defined by this one chapter. Chapters turn, but the wisdom you gain remains. You may recognize moments when you questioned your own pace, wondering if you were moving too slowly or too carefully. Those questions came from wanting to do things right, not from doubt about your worth. Carefulness is not hesitation. It is intention. Intention protects what matters most to you. It keeps you aligned with values rather than pressure. As you remain here, notice how your breathing continues to steady. Steady breathing signals safety. Safety allows the mind to quiet down. When the mind quiets, the heart speaks more clearly. What it speaks now is not fear, but a gentle reminder that you are capable of navigating what lies ahead, even if the details are still forming. There is permission here to release self-judgment. You are allowed to be human, to feel uncertain, and to take breaks from having answers. Breaks are not avoidance. They are restoration. Restoration gives you the clarity to choose wisely when the time comes to act. You may also feel a growing sense of self-trust. Self-trust does not mean believing everything will be easy. It means believing you can handle what comes with balance and care. This trust grows quietly through lived experience, through choosing patience over panic, and reflection over reaction. As reassurance deepens, you may find yourself more grounded in the present moment. Grounding brings focus. Focus reduces overwhelm. Reduced overwhelm allows you to notice small signs of progress that once went unseen. Progress is often subtle before it is visible. You are already moving forward, even when it feels slow. Remain here with this calm support. You are not walking alone through this. Support can be quiet and still be real. Guidance can be gentle and still be effective. This message is not interrupting your life. It is walking alongside it. Stay a little longer. What follows will continue to build on this steadiness, helping you feel more confident, more centered, and more at peace as you move through what you are facing. As this message continues, you may begin to notice a quiet strength rising within you, not the kind that demands attention, but the kind that steadies you from the inside. This strength has always been there, even on days when you felt unsure or tired. It is the strength that helped you keep going without becoming hardened, the strength that allowed you to care even when caring felt heavy. You are beginning to understand that needing help does not mean you have failed. It means you are human and aware enough to receive support. Support does not always come in the form of solutions. Sometimes it comes as presence, as reassurance, as the feeling that someone is walking beside you rather than pushing you forward. That companionship changes how challenges feel. You may recall moments when you felt alone in your thoughts, unsure who would truly understand what you were carrying. Those moments did not isolate you permanently. They taught you empathy, patience, and self-awareness. These qualities deepen your understanding of yourself and others. They allow you to respond with compassion rather than defensiveness, with calm rather than fear. As you remain here, notice how your inner dialogue becomes kinder. When you speak to yourself with gentleness, you create an environment where healing can happen naturally. Harsh self-judgment tightens the heart, but kindness loosens it. A loosened heart breathes more freely. Free breathing allows clarity to enter without resistance. There is also a growing sense of confidence forming now, not confidence that everything will be easy, but confidence that you can handle what comes with balance and care. This confidence is realistic. It does not deny difficulty. It trusts your ability to navigate difficulty without losing yourself in it. You may find that you are no longer as reactive as before. Situations that once triggered immediate worry now invite reflection instead. Reflection gives you space to choose your response. Choice gives you control over your energy. Control over your energy protects your peace. This is progress, even if it feels subtle. As reassurance deepens, you may feel more connected to the present moment. Presence grounds you. Grounding reduces overwhelm. Reduced overwhelm allows you to notice what is working rather than focusing only on what is missing. This shift in attention changes how life feels day to day. You are learning that clarity does not require rushing. It requires patience. Patience allows understanding to settle instead of scattering. When understanding settles, decisions become easier. You feel less pulled in different directions. Alignment begins to replace confusion. Remain here with this steady calm. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming more aware of your own resilience and capacity. This awareness will continue to support you as you move forward, even after this message ends. This message is still unfolding. What comes next will bring closure, reassurance, and a sense of completion that allows you to carry this calm strength with you confidently. As this message gently reaches its completion, allow the calm you feel to stay with you rather than fade away. Nothing here is ending abruptly. Something is settling into place. Settling does not mean standing still in fear. It means finding steadiness in trust. The steadiness you feel now is not borrowed from these words alone. It is something you already carried within you, waiting to be acknowledged. You may notice that your heart feels quieter, not empty, but at ease. Ease does not come from having everything figured out. It comes from knowing that you can move forward without forcing answers. You are learning how to walk with patience instead of pressure, with clarity instead of constant questioning. This way of moving protects your peace and strengthens your confidence. There is reassurance here that what you have been carrying was not meant to break you. It was meant to teach you how strong and adaptable you truly are. Every pause, every moment of reflection, every time you chose to continue even when unsure, has shaped your resilience. Resilience does not announce itself. It reveals itself quietly when you realize you are still standing with compassion intact. Carry this understanding with you as you return to your day. Let it guide how you speak to yourself when doubt appears and how you respond when life feels uncertain. You do not need to be perfect to be supported. You do not need to feel fearless to move ahead. You only need to remain honest, patient, and open. These qualities are already part of you. You may feel a gentle gratitude rising now. Gratitude for lessons that refined you. Gratitude for patience that protected your heart. Gratitude for the reminder that help does not always arrive as solutions, but often as reassurance and presence. Gratitude keeps you grounded in the present and allows hope to remain steady rather than fragile. As you step away from this moment, remember that you are not alone in what you are facing. Support continues even when words end. When things feel heavy again, return to this calm. When decisions feel unclear, return to this steadiness. You are capable of navigating what comes next with balance, care, and self-respect. If this message resonated with your soul, take a gentle moment to like this video so this comforting energy can reach more hearts. If you feel guided, share it with someone who may need support today. For daily spiritual messages that bring peace, clarity, and emotional grounding, subscribe and stay connected. And if you believe and receive this message, softly comment Amen as a sign of faith and gratitude. Carry this calm strength with you. Trust your journey. You were meant to see this today because you were meant to be reminded that you are supported, capable, and never walking alone. If this message resonated with your soul, don't forget to like and share so this divine energy reaches more hearts. Subscribe now for daily spiritual messages and comment, Amen, to affirm your faith and blessings.